Hey everyone, I get a lot of questions every day about how I run my business, and there's some things that we are reevaluating, we're remixing for 2019. We're looking ahead, we're figuring out how can we help our clients even more, provide them even better service. And so one of the first steps after we have an assessment call, after a client says, yes, we would love to work with you, we send them over a proposal. They say, they pick their date on the calendar, they pay their first balance to get their calendar booking. We then send them a series of questionnaires. And so I wanted to show you in Dubsado, that's our client management system we've been using for the last year. And I love it. I think even longer than that, to be honest. And it's just really intuitive and it's really awesome to create these forms that you don't have to reinvent the wheel with. So I'm just going to show you really quick for our client questionnaires. We have a lot of different homework. So we'll do if they're doing just brand design, we will do a brand design questionnaire. We'll do a brand voice questionnaire. We will also do a website design content planner if we're designing their website for them, plus a questionnaire for their web design. So for example, let's look here at our brand design questionnaire. This is how it looks. We go through a lot of different topics like who they are as a person, as a personal brand, who their ideal client is, what are some other aligned brands that they might have, and what are the goals for their brand and their website that they want. We have them list off all the different social media platforms that they're currently using, and we talk about what their guiding North Star is, their purpose of their business, the different kinds of impact they'd like to make, their different kinds of content pillars. So if they were a magazine in Barnes & Noble, where would their magazine lie? What are the things that they would share within their magazine? So these questionnaires, they are sent as PDFs. You can set different settings. You can change your fonts. You can have different colors. You can make sure it's private or public for this different form, depending on if you want people to see it. And you can build these out in different ways. So you can add all kinds of stuff like yes, no questions. You can add images throughout the whole thing. We're actually going to reevaluate this. Just double check our questions are still aligned with what we want to know from our clients. See if we need to add more stuff in. If they need to select a date, like if this is something where we're like, okay, you have specific dates, you can bring that in and they can select their favorite start date and they can get it required if you'd like them to always answer that question. So I'm going to exit this out. And then you can save and preview it. And this is what it looks like in their email. So it's really, really cool because when you send an email, you can send this as a form and there'll be just a button. They can click it and they can fill that out. So that's our brand design questionnaire. Let me show you what our brand voice questionnaire looks like. We have them talk about greetings and how they say hello, how they say goodbye, the thing that they say every single day. So for me, how I say goodbye, my tagline at the bottom is love and lattes. And I've had a lot of people say, oh my gosh, I love that little tagline. I want something similar to that. So we really go through and say, okay, what are the things that you like? How do you normally say bye to people? There's a lot of different ways people say hi in real life. So I like to tell people, think about how you actually talk to people in real life. Like, no, I do not leave people and say, love and lattes, see you later, but I try to just get the same kind of feel, the same kind of vibe and make it seamless across every interaction with me, whether that's in person or online. Do you use emojis? Because that is important. If you use emoji speak in your actual texting with people, we want to include it in your Instagram posts, in your emails, at the subject line of your emails. So we make sure we add all of these things. We definitely have a do not say list as well. So for me, I just had my assistant recently say, do you use business besties? And I go, I don't really say besties. I say like business best friends. That's just something that's specific to me. I don't use a lot of exclamation points. I use emojis to punctuate more. That's what I use a little bit more than exclamation points. So it's very, very custom tailored to how my clients actually speak and how they want to be presented online. I definitely have them think about their adjectives. So I like to have people say, what do you want other people to say about you when they're describing you to their best friends? When they're trying to tell someone that could be your ideal client and refer someone to you, what do you want them to say? And so that's included in this questionnaire as well. So like I said, if you become a brand identity client and a website client, you're going to get, I think, about 5 pieces of homework. You're going to get the brand identity, design questionnaire, your brand voice questionnaire. Let's go through and see what the other ones are. Definitely the website questionnaire. Okay, we're going to go back. The website web design questionnaire. Let's look at that one. Really simple stuff, contact info. If you already have a website, if you already have hosting, who I recommend to host, again, all the different social media channels just in case, all the main reasons why you need a new website, because some people just think they just need one and they don't know the reason, but we always want to have a reason before we start building something big. And so you might want to blog, you might want to sell something online, you might want to just collect email addresses and build a list, you might want to just have a portfolio or a gallery, or create like a marketplace, or have other people come in and be guest bloggers. So there's so many different reasons why someone might need a website. We just need to know what those are before we can start designing and building. The other thing that we do is the web design content planner, and that's just kind of figuring out what your navigation is. Like, what do you absolutely want to include in your navigation? And so it'll ask you what different pages are, what their headings might be, the text that you want included. It's really hard to start building a website if we don't know what's going to be said on the page. Once we know what you want to say on each page, then we can start building out the design. And then let's go to the last form that we usually include. We have a blog content planner as well. So if you are going to include a blog, we ask that you kind of start laying out what are the different categories that you use, what are the different tags that you might create. And again, we're probably going to go through this and change this up a little bit, make it a little bit more visually stimulating. I might also include videos in these forms so people can have a little bit better idea. If you've never had a blog before, what might be helpful for you is to see other examples. So we're going to start reworking all of these forms. But before we do, I just wanted to show you guys a peek into what the next step is becoming a client. After you have your assessment, you actually get sent this client homework once you decide to become a client. And so I'd love for you guys to get your assessment calls in. And if you want to become a client and work with us and fill out all these different questionnaires for your own business, I'd love to chat with you.